My name is Antonio Prince Daniels, ETBU broadcaster, sports analyst, and I'm here today to interview Peyton Hicks, leader of the team, graduate student, mentor, whatever you want to call it. She's a great facilitator on the court, patented crossover, and she loves her teammates. She knows how to find the open shooters, and she can dissect any defensive zone on the court. 10 assists in the ASC championship game against Hardin-Simmons led her to be the MVP. That's been the performance she's been putting on throughout the season, as she has 4 assists a game and it leads with her 13.1 points per game, which is the leader of the team. She's also a scrappy defender in complement of Kadia Ward. That is also leading into them both having 5 steals a game each. A total tally you can add to their defensive tendencies. 12-0 at home and 8-0 in conference, ETBU has been dominant this season. And that's not only been through the play of Peyton Hicks, but also her teammates. But today, we will see how Peyton Hicks and her teammates operate under such success. With a 23-4 record in total, how will the ETBU Tigers play in the playoff run for the NCAA playoffs? Stay tuned for the interview. With point guard of the ETBU Tigers AAC champions 2024-25 season, how do you feel about the AAC champions?
You know, it's such a great feeling. It's so surreal. Coming from last year, our record wasn't the best. So being able to come back and win the conference championship is such a great feeling for us as a team. And, you know, my teammates are just great. You know, we have such a great bond, so it's just a good feeling for us to be able to get that win at home especially.
Well, knowing you're a graduate student, I know you have an array of talents and you definitely have an array of achievements. Where do you want to put that on your range of achievements?
I think this definitely has to be at the top because personally for me, my basketball experience since I'm being in college for 6 years, I haven't really achieved something this great, so it's always like a good feeling, and this is definitely going at the top of my list, being the ASC champs. Just so surreal being able to actually win, and it really hasn't hit me yet, but it definitely will after the season. So such a great feeling for me.
It's good, a surreal moment for sure. Well, you're 12-0 at home, you're 8-0 in conference. How have you and the girls developed such success in such settings?
I think definitely being at home, being able to sleep in our own bed, not having to travel long, drives, fly to whatever, being able to be at home, getting the home crowd behind us, being able to look up in the stands and having your family up there. It's just a great feeling. So I think that gives us such a great setting because we always have a crowd when we're at home. They're always cheering, whether it's the band, any of the sports teams, they're always behind us, to get a good win out of it. So I think that's a big part of why we've been so successful at home.
With 13.1 points per game this season, what has helped you get in your comfort zone?
I think for me personally, just, always getting in the gym because, getting in the gym, it makes it easy in the game. So if you work out constantly, always in the gym, the game becomes easy. So I think that's definitely helped me be able to get in my comfort zone. And this year, I think it's the most comfortable that I've been out on the basketball court. So I think always getting in the gym, having people tell me, give me positive energy has definitely helped me. So.
Well, you definitely work on that crossover too, as we see. Y'all are undefeated against 19-8 Hardin-Simmons University. What was the game plan that you and the girls executed?
I think the game plan definitely going into the game was honing in on our scouting report, which was definitely boxing out and rebounding was our first thing because they're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation. So I think definitely being able to box out and rebound was one of our big things. And another one was not letting them get paint touches because they thrive with getting points in the paint. So I think those two were the big ones that we had to execute, and each time we did that, and we definitely were able to come out on top all 3 times we played them. So
Having Hannah Matthews definitely helps that out too.
Oh yeah, all of them. Hannah Matthews, Macy.
Oh, for sure.
Jayla, all of them.
And they all connect, complement each other perfectly.
Yes.
In the UMHB Christmas Classic, you defeated number 2 Wartburg College by 17. How did y'all gel together as a team before and after?
I think, like I said earlier, our team this year is just, we have such good chemistry, and you can definitely see that on the floor. So once we got in there, we said we have to play together and come together as a team, all 5 against O. Basically on defense is what we said, to not let them be able to get what they want. So I think before the game, we definitely game planned for exactly what they were going to do, being able to lock into our scouting report, So after the game, it was so great feeling to be able to beat a number 2 team, especially because at the beginning of the year, nobody believed in us. We were number 264. So I think that was definitely why we were able to do that.
Your season high 24 points against Hardin-Simmons only came with 1 made 3-pointer. How else did you use your offensive versatility to score?
I was able to get into the lane and finish very well during that game, But I wouldn't be able to do it without any of my teammates, always hyping me up, telling me it's okay if I make a mistake. So I think definitely my teammates helped me be able to do that. Maddie and all of our shooters were able to hit shots, so it opened the lane for me definitely to be able to get downhill and finish at the basket.
The screen sets mainly revolve around Hannah Matthews. How easy is it to operate through her presence offensively?
Yeah, Hannah definitely set some good screens. It's tough to get around those screens, especially Hannah and Macy. Both of their screens are good screens for me to be able to get downhill and do whatever I want. So definitely those screens are big body screens, and honestly, if you see them coming, you might need to get out the way because they will definitely hit you with the good screen. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Will you and Kadia Ward try more ball traps defensively as you enter the NCAA playoffs?
I think we can. I definitely talked to her about it a couple times. We have some stuff saved in our bag that we haven't used. I just think we don't want to change too much as we go into the tournament and kind of stick with what's been working for us. So defensively, both of us are pretty feisty on defense. I think we could definitely get some ball traps, when the girl's dribbling and she tries to turn, and we'll be right there. So definitely that might be in our bag for sure. I think so. Yeah, just have to wait and see.
Y'all both average 5 steals a game together, so we'd hope to see something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You played at UMHB up until your sophomore year before coming to ETBU. How is it operating under 2 rival programs?
I think it's definitely, you don't really get that opportunity a lot, let me just say that. Because, not everybody gets that opportunity to play at the next level, so I think for me it's just been a great opportunity to see both sides of it. Being at UMHB, it was a different experience because our coach got fired in the middle of the season. So it was kind of a different experience for me. I didn't get the full experience, but I think these 2 programs have just been great for me and just been able to shape me into the basketball player and person that, I am today. So coming from both of these programs, I just think it's helped me in a lot of different ways that, I'm starting to realize now. So I just think both of these programs have definitely helped me be the person that I've become today.
How has playing for your rivals helped your performance when East Texas Baptist plays them and other ASC rivals?
I think playing against our rivals, everybody definitely gets up for that game, and it's one of the games where we have to lock in and start strong from the start. Because if we start strong from the start, then it'll make the rest of the game easy. So I think definitely everybody gets up for that game, and we have a lot of energy coming in. And once we have a lot of energy, it just makes the rest of the game flow for us. So I think that's a big thing for us this year, is being able to come in with a lot of energy and a strong start to help us, with the rest of the game.
How do you plan on operating facilitation roles as we enter the NCAA playoffs?
Yeah, I think facilitation is also one of my strong suits of
Almost definitely.
the game, like the ASC championship game at Tennessee. So I think that helps me on offense also, because if I get my teammates involved and make it easier for them, then they'll start focusing on my teammates, and then it'll just open it up for me. So I think that that's one of the things that I'm going to start doing more and more, because if I get them easy looks and good shots, it'll definitely help me offensively. So I think that's one of the big things for me, just being able to get my teammates involved and get them involved early, because that's what I did in the championship game, and clearly we got off to a good run. We were up by 18, and I didn't score a bucket in the first half, so I just think that's part of the game plan for me, is to help get my teammates involved early.
And it definitely makes you more comfortable, per se, once you get deep into the facilitation roles and start opening up zones, huh?
Definitely makes me more comfortable.
For sure, for sure. What makes you so confident in how the shooters operate going into the playoffs?
I think what makes me most confident is I see them in the gym all the time getting shots up. So if they're in the gym getting shots up, then I'm not worried about them making it in the game, because I know they will. Even if they don't, I'm just always constantly in their ear telling them to shoot the next shot, because we're going to need them to make a big one eventually, or even just shoot it. Because if you just keep shooting it, they'll go in eventually. So I think being able to help them build their confidence also, gives me confidence to know that they're going to go out there and, hit shots. Because seeing them in the gym, they're going to hit shots, especially Maddie, Tiff, Sarah, all of them. So I think that that's helped me, give me the most confidence, is always seeing them in the gym. Oh, and me giving them confidence to shoot it when they're open. Even if they are on, they missed 6 in a row, I'm always in their ear telling them to, hey, shoot the next shot, you're good, you're going to make one.
I hear you mention Tiffany Bickford and Madison Herta. Knowing that Bickford is a junior, Herta is a freshman, how do you see their relationship together? Is it a mentor-mentee thing, or is it one learning from another?
I think definitely it's a little bit of both, because with Tiff last year, she didn't really play much if you look from last year. So I think this year she's made a huge step, and it definitely has helped us as a team, getting us to where we are now. So I think her sticking with it and giving her the confidence to be the player she is has definitely helped us as a team. So I think that part of it is just getting confidence from others, and her being able to see she can do it. And she is one of our best players on the team. I will say that she's been doing really well. Against UMHB she had 20, so it's once she gets the confidence in the game, she'll be fine. And Maddie, on the other hand, I feel like it's more of a mentor-mentee, because she is just a freshman, like you stated. So I think her being able to have the confidence to be able to go out there and do what she does is incredible. So I feel like for her, I'm always telling her, encouraging her, because as a freshman, you don't really know very much yet about the college basketball lifestyle. So I feel like she has grown so much this year, and just helping her be confident out there is just what I try to do for her. So I feel like for her, it's more of a mentor-mentee thing.
It's great teamwork, great mentality. What offense and defensive strategies are talked about in order to execute a deep playoff run?
I think so. As far as that, I think it depends on who we're playing. So we're gonna scout, we play TLU next, so we're gonna scout them and see what they do best, and then attack the game plan from that. But mostly, I just think it's just sticking to our principles and what we do, because we are a good defensive team, and we let teams average 50 something points, which is pretty solid. So I think just being able to stick to our game plan, and being able to help her, be in our gaps, will really make it difficult for teams to score on us and make a deep playoff run. Because I definitely think for this, defense will definitely lead to offense. So we can get out in transition. So I think that's one of the big things for us that we're going to focus on going into this weekend.
I see during the women's basketball games that defensive to offensive transitions are y'all's bread and butter. How would you say that y'all would like to operate the defensive offensive transitions, or how would you say y'all can get more into it coming into the playoffs?
I think for us, we just have to lock into our scouting report and be able to see what each individual would like to do and try to be able to take that away from them. Because if they don't do what they want to do, we'll be able to create them into turnovers. And if we create turnovers, then that'll definitely lead into our offensive transition, which we're pretty solid at also. So I think that if we just lock into our scouting report and be able to see like what somebody wants to do and what somebody is strong at, that if we just take that away from them, it'll definitely lead to transition points, which we want to get out in transition every time we go. So I think that's a big thing for us that, going into this weekend.
I think Coach Arbo definitely wants y'all to do so. Always yelling at y'all to go fast, fast, fast.
Yeah, definitely. He wants us to get it out even on made baskets and go, go, go. It'd be tiring, but hey, we'd be out.
It works. 80 points a game, huh?
Yes, 80 points a game.
It works. Are the ETBU Tigers winning the NCAA championship, Peyton Hicks?
We are. Stay tuned. We are. It'll definitely be a tough road to get to it, but I think since we have such a great team and, such great team chemistry and our coaches are just great, they'll be able to put us on the best platform for that and, give us all the confidence to be able to do that. So I definitely think that we will, so you just have to stay tuned and see.
Stay tuned and see. That was Peyton Hicks, point guard for your AAC champions, ETBU 2024-25. And we're out.